Hey, how are you? I trust that you're well. How does smoking reduce stress? How does that even actually work? Just yesterday, I was walking out of the servo and a guy in a suit yells out to me, "Hey mate, have you got a smoke on you?" And I said no. I turned around and said no. I actually do the opposite, believe it or not. I help people stop smoking. And he kind of looked at me up and down and he goes, and I said, "I'm being serious." I said, "I'm being serious. I do two things and that's one of them." And he kind of just said, "Mate, look, there's no way in the world that I'm going to stop smoking right now. I've got way too much stress going on." And I said, "Yeah, I'm not here to make you stop. But do you mind if I just give you a card? Because when you do make that change or you do change your mind, I'd love to be that person that helps you out." And he goes, "Of course." And then as I was walking off, I said, "Hey bud, I can't wait to speak to you." And he kind of laughed and smiled. And I jumped in the car and I drove off. And as I was driving off, this quote came to mind that I believe really sums up this situation really, really well. It's from a lady called Pema Chodron, who is an American Tibetan Buddhist. And the quote goes like this: "Nothing goes away until it teaches you what you need to know. Nothing goes away until it teaches you what you need to know." Using this guy's example, because I believe that his situation really sums up a whole lot of smokers out there that do believe that smoking helps out with stress. What he needs to know from his personal situation is how to deal with the stress and strain that life can bring in a functional way. Right now, he's doing so and he's dealing with that stress, but he's doing so dysfunctionally with the smoke. Once he learns some methods, some strategies, and perhaps he has the right people around him, when he goes to quit smoking or to stop smoking, it'll be that much easier because he's taking care of the real problem. And to go back to that first question that I asked, how does smoking reduce stress? It doesn't reduce stress that life brings. It only reduces the stress that nicotine withdrawal can produce when it leaves the body. Whenever nicotine leaves the body, it leaves an empty, insecure feeling. This has the smoker feeling doubtful, feeling a little bit of fear, feeling a little bit unsettled. The mind starts to overthink, the body begins to feel emotions, and all of a sudden it becomes a big thing. A lot of successful non-smokers out there right now that were previously smokers will agree with me when I say that you need to start before you're ready. Perhaps you can relate to this. Perhaps you're waiting for that perfect moment, for that right time. You really do want to stop smoking, but you're really sort of busy preparing yourself, getting yourself ready, waiting for that perfect window of opportunity. And as you and I already know, perfection, it doesn't exist. It only exists in the eye of the beholder. So if it's an illusion and it doesn't exist, that could explain the reason why it's taking so long to stop smoking, because you're waiting for that right, perfect time. And this is when years pass. And when years pass, this is what you call procrastination. Whenever we're kind of wanting to do something that brings up a little bit of fear, that we see as being hard or brings up some resistance, imperfect implementation will always outdo perfect procrastination. So in other words, we don't have to be great to start something. We just need to start in order to be great.